Welcome to our webinar dedicated to anyone who would like to find out more about energy savings, energy switching process, and any other information linked to energy. My name is Carolina and I work at Mid-North Yorkshire Citizens Advice, helping people with any issues linked to energy. We run the project Warm and Well and invite people to get in touch if they need assistance with switching, if they need help as facing any problems with energy supplier, problems with billing, energy efficiency, and other issues. We support people who live in fuel poverty or who are at risk of being in fuel poverty. As a part of our project, we also run a campaign, Big Energy Saving Network, and as a part of that campaign, we prepared that presentation for you. We hope this webinar will encourage you to monitor your energy bills, that you will have a better understanding of your energy accounts, and you will find out more useful information here. So let's start. Switching. You have a choice in who you buy your gas and electricity from. You can save lots of money by shopping around, and there are the ways of saving some money by moving to a cheaper deal and tariff with your current supplier. As every supplier has approximately 30 different tariffs to offer, so you can imagine that the price you are paying for energy can vary. Another way is saving by switching to a new supplier. There are around 60 energy suppliers on the energy market at the moment, and the choice is yours. You can also save money by changing your payment methods. You can pay by direct debit, pay when you receive your bill, for example, by debit card, or you can pay at the post office. You can also pay for your energy in advance by topping up your prepayment meter. The cheapest way to pay for energy is definitely direct debit. If you can manage your energy account online, this way will allow you to access the cheapest tariff. You should start your switching journey by checking which type of meter you are on. It could be standard credit meter, prepayment meter, or perhaps economy 7 meter. Then you need to find out when is your contract finish and if your supplier has an exit fee for leaving early. It is usually on your bill, and it would apply if you decide to switch 49 days before your contract is due to finish. You also need to look at the tariffs offered by your current supplier. So how do we find the best deal? You can use the Citizens Advice price comparison website, but you could also use any comparison website as long as it is approved by an energy regulator Ofgem. You will need the name of your supplier and current tariff. You also need to know how much energy you used in the past year. It is important to know your actual usage rather than estimated, so you will get the most accurate figure. You need to know how do you currently pay for your energy, for example, prepayment meter or direct debit, and you need your postcode. What are the other ways to compare tariffs from different suppliers? As I mentioned before, you can use an Ofgem accredited price comparison website. You will find many deals which are for new consumers only. So if you are, for example, with X energy supplier and you will find a deal on the comparison website with X energy supplier, you will probably not be able to access it. So you can talk to your current supplier or look at their websites. They will guide you which energy deals they can offer for their consumers. You can also contact other energy suppliers directly to compare deals. So there we are. If you decided to change tariff or a supplier, you need to contact the supplier to arrange the switch. This can be done through a price comparison website, only if you have an email address, or by getting in touch with the supplier directly. If you are moving to a new supplier, they will let your existing supplier know, so it's less hassle for you. It is important to take your meter readings on the day you switch. Many suppliers ask for that on the day you switch, but many do contact consumers within the next couple of days. We also suggest you to take the photo of your meter readings on the day you switch, just in case of any issues regarding your final bill from the previous supplier. And it also means the new supplier won't charge you for energy used before the switch. What is happening if we are in debt with my current supplier? If you are on a prepayment meter and if you owe less than £500 for each fuel, you can still switch and your debt will transfer with you. If you are on a credit meter or economy 7 meter, you don't pay for energy in advance, your supplier can stop you switching until you've paid off your debt. Many suppliers would let you switch if you are in debt and it's below £200, but they don't have to. And now we will probably ask yourself a question, how do we recognize when we are in debt? If we don't pay for a bill for 28 days since receive it, this is debt. So summarizing then, how the switching process looks like. If you look at the slides, the first step, as we have mentioned, is that we contact a new supplier directly or via comparison site. Then the contract is agreed over the telephone or online, or it could be signed face to face. And then the cooling off period starts on the day you confirm to your new supplier that you want to go ahead with the switch. The cooling off period lasts up to 2 weeks, and this is important to recognize that it starts on the day you want to go ahead, and I will explain why is it so important in a little while. In the meantime, the new supplier contacts the current supplier to let them know that you are leaving them. New supplier confirms start date and request meter readings in the meantime as well. Then you receive the final bill from the current supplier, which you need to pay, or you might get a nice surprise and get the refund if your account was in credit. You should get the final bill from your old supplier within 6 weeks. If it takes longer than 6 weeks, you will automatically get £30 in compensation from them. They have to pay back any credit they owe you within 10 working days of sending your final bill. If they don't, they will owe you an extra £30 in compensation. And now important information. If for any reason, which is not your fault, your switch was not completed within the cooling off period, within the 15 day, the new supplier should add an automatic compensation to your energy account, which is £30. That's why I mentioned that before about the cooling off period when it's actually starting, because it's important to recognize when you can actually claim that compensation. It should be added automatically to your account, but it's just to make you aware that if it's not, you can ask for it. So I told you a little bit about switching, and I hope that will encourage you to look into your energy account, because you could perhaps save some money on switch. But there is another important bit I would like to mention, which is a War Home discount scheme. As you could be eligible to get £140 towards your electricity bill under that scheme. There are two groups. You could be in the core group if you're getting the guarantee credit part of pension credit, or in the broader group if you are on a low income. You need to apply with your current supplier, but you need to check with your current supplier to see if they offer the War Home discount. And this is, again, important information. Not every supplier is in that scheme. So it is important to check when you switch if that supplier can provide you with the War Home discount. Also, some suppliers do only provide War Home discount for a core group. So watch out for this when running a quote on a comparison website, because if you are eligible, it is better to switch to the supplier who can actually give you that discount. What is a priority service register? It offers extra services free of charge if you are disabled or chronically sick, if you have any long-term medical condition, if you are in vulnerable situation, if you have any hearing or visual impairment or additional communication needs. You can find out more from your energy supplier what support is available. We are encouraging you to register on that service. And it is important, especially if you use a medical equipment connected to electricity, or if you have an issue to top up your meter or to pay your bill, because you could run out of energy, which could put you at risk. So your supplier should be aware of your circumstances in order to give you that extra support. At the end of our webinar, we would like to encourage you to look into energy efficiency of your property. It is important that we all keep warm. There are 26,000 people living in fuel poverty in North Yorkshire at present. There were over 3,000 admissions to the hospital as a result of cold homes in North Yorkshire last year. So it is important to look into making our houses more energy efficient and to keep warm. There are a few grants available at the moment, which you might want to consider. Energy company obligation, that's the most popular one since years, which gives grants for efficient boilers and wall and cavity insulation. And it is available to people receiving certain benefits. But if you are not on certain benefits, but on a low income or have a health condition, you might be able to get help under the Eco-Local Flexibility Scheme, which some local authorities have set up with fuel companies. So it's worth to have a look. And there's the new scheme, another one, which you might want to consider. It launched in 2020, and it's called Green Home Scheme. If you are eligible, you could get a voucher for an amount between £5,000 and £10,000 towards energy efficiency. You can find more information on the government website. At the end of that presentation, we will put some links for the above information we introduce for you to have a look, so you can have a better understanding of what we have discussed, because we only did give you some major information, so you can find out more if you want to. Thank you for your time. I hope this webinar will encourage you to monitor your energy account, to switch, and save money on energy bills. We also encourage you to apply for a warm discount and to make sure you keep warm. If you need any assistance with issues linked to energy and you live in North Yorkshire, please get in touch with our Warm and Well team. Thank you.